All right, welcome to CoinTalk, episode 5. We have DefiDaddy, our guest.
Sir.
We have Aaron back from episode 1.
Yes.
All right, so starting off, I have to ask the question, can XRP hit $10,000?
No. In your dreams, it can. In reality, I don't think so.
You don't think XRP can hit 10K?
No.
What? Why?
That would exceed the value of all US dollars in existence. Here, let me flip it to you, Sage. Give me the bull case. Give me the 10K USD.
He flipped it on me now.
XRP.
I believe XRP can hit $10,000.
Yeah, but why?
I believe it's going to replace the SWIFT banking system.
Okay, so you think it's
So
going to be...
do you think it can replace the SWIFT banking system?
No.
Why?
Stable coins.
We're just gonna.
We're just going, no,
Why?
you.
Why can't it not do it?
I mean, like... we know this. We've talked on TikTok. We've gone back and forth in lives. You know I'm an XRP bear. I don't believe the thesis. The first thing that comes to mind is XRP is a volatile asset, right? Its price changes. And so if you're using it to send money back and forth, like if I wanted to send you some bands and I was going to send you $10,000 of XRP, but then XRP dropped by 1% during the time I was sending it, well, you didn't get the $10,000 you were expecting.
100%.
Right? So volatile assets as a store of value.
Yep.
It's kind of like mixing oil and water, so to speak.
I agree. All right. Now, next question, real quick. Do you think the $10,000 XRP price prediction is bad for XRP holders?
Do I think it's bad for XRP? I think, you know what they say? Aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars.
But hey, I like that.
Do I think that it's a realistic goal that every XRP holder should be holding up until? No. Is it bad to have a dream? No. Right? Like, I guess that's the mental model, is because XRP is like a very cult-heavy coin.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's got a very devout following. It's its own niche within crypto.
I agree.
And there are some interesting things happening in the XRP ecosystem. Right? They have their stable coin. That is also seeing some adoption on Ethereum.
Yeah.
I believe they have what are called like hooks where you can get DApps on XRP. There's some NFTs. Like there is cool things happening in the ecosystem, don't get me wrong. But I think in terms of its ability to replace Swift, that's where we get into the danger.
I got a question though for you about XRP. And we talked about this on the last time I was on, but do you think besides Bitcoin, XRP is the most popular thing from the crypto sector?
I would even make the argument that XRP is more popular than Bitcoin.
I agree. I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I'm not talking like I'm talking about purely about the amount of market participants that know or hold it.
Yeah.
Because if you look at like all of the young blood coming in the market, like all the new faces, they're not buying Bitcoin.
No one's
it's
buying
too
it.
expensive.
Yep.
Now, like, of course, like we're like UNC status in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like we've been around. I've been in this game since like 2016.
Yeah.
I love Bitcoin. It's like the foundation to my portfolio. But the new people are coming in the game. They see that it's at $80,000. Like, yo, it's too expensive for me.
Yeah.
But XRP trading below $1, I think, it's cheaper. It's more approachable. And it kind of has that sexy narrative to it where it's like it'll replace Swift. It's that store of value.
Yeah.
And so I think when you look at it from like the beginner perspective, per se, it's a lot more digestible and approachable.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, and I was talking to Sage about this earlier before Candle.
Candle.
Before we got in here, but it's kind of similar with the XRP narrative and marketing about it replacing the Swift banking system. It's very similar to Bitcoin. When I first got on the space, I would sit on these lives in Clubhouse, if people remember that, and Twitter Spaces with all these maxis and these big accounts, really rich guys, knowledgeable, and they're saying all this stuff about Bitcoin, saying how it's going to replace central banking and things like that. And obviously, maybe not obviously, but I believe that's completely out of reach.
Fugazi.
But they, the Bitcoin community and the XRP community do the same thing where they, the XRP is $10,000, Bitcoin it's, we're going to 100 million, and Michael Saylor is saying this and that.
Yeah, it's both groups are very extremist. In the sense that they believe their coins are the best and they're going to do it the best. Like XRP replaced Swift, that cross-border remittance. Bitcoin's going to flip gold and be that store of value. Oh. They're resolute in their beliefs and what they think it can achieve.
Yeah, I agree. Now, do you think XRP can replace Bitcoin?
To me, it's like apples and oranges. So the way that I view Bitcoin is that it's digital gold. It's a store of value. It's not meant to be used transactionally.
Okay.
Like if you paid for dinner, I'm not going to send you Bitcoin to pay for it.
Nope.
Right? Like it doesn't make sense.
Nope.
We got to wait 20 minutes for the transaction to settle, maybe longer. It's going to cost like a couple of dollars just to send it. Like it's not meant to fill the role of a transactional currency.
Yeah.
So I think in that aspect, it's kind of apples to oranges, where that would be a great use case for XRP or even stable coins on Solana or any of the other layer ones. But I think like the high level argument is, okay, if you say XRP is its primary value proposition is being fast and cheap, then like that is the main value proposition of all cryptos.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Solana, it's fast, it's cheap. You can launch fun tokens on it, and like it's got NFTs, and like that's the primary value proposition. Or like, I don't know, Sonic or Monad or any of these new tech that's coming out, where it's just like everyone wants to be faster and cheaper.
Yeah, I'm faster. Yeah.
It's just like almost like a race to the bottom in terms of how many fees it's generating.
Right now, what is your top 3 crypto coins right now in 2026?
In 2026. So number 1, Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah. Old reliable, man. I was mining it in 2011.
Wow.
That's crazy.
When I was in high school, I did a school project on Bitcoin.
Damn.
Because my brother was mining it in my parents' crib. And at the time, I thought he was super nerdy. But I had to make a school project on a new up-and-coming technology. And my brother was mining Bitcoin. I was like, well, we might as well talk about that.
Yeah.
And that was my intro. I didn't take it more seriously until 2016. But
damn.
That was my orange pill moment, was mining in 2011 with little Raspberry Pi computers on thumb drives.
That's crazy. Second coin.
I'd probably put Hyperliquid. Big fan of Hyperliquid.
Love Hyperliquid.
Generates a lot of revenue. It's a real product. It's got a real use case. Because I tend to look at things from like the practical business case.
Yeah.
And the third one, a company that I work for, Anon, ticker Anon.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we can get into a little shilling on this.
Go ahead.
There's some
you're the
alpha
guest.
coming up. Because the intersection of AI and crypto is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Right? It's very clear that crypto is going to be the base currency for AI.
Yeah.
And as AI agents and the AI sector as a whole continues to grow, it's very obvious that agents that need to make payments are going to use stable coins or some kind of crypto. Like we've seen that with X402, for example, where there's agent-to-agent payments settled in USDC. And that market's only going to get bigger.
Got it.
And so I'd put those big 3, Bitcoin, Hype, and Anon.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay. So, all right. Explain what you kind of technically did. Now, real quick, for Hype, what's your price prediction for Hype? Where is it? Where do you think Hype is going in 2030? By 2030.
By 2030. So we're looking 4-year time
4-year
frame.
time.
Personally, I don't see why it wouldn't go over $1,000.
Wow. Okay. From $40 to $1,000.
I think it's possible.
Holy shit.
And so there's a couple of reasons why I think Hype is the clear winner of the perpetual futures game.
Okay.
Number 1, they're already doing about 20% of daily volume for total futures, and that means they're taking the lunch of Binance, Bybit, Kraken.
Oh shit.
And those are KYC platforms. Hyperliquid is decentralized, but you don't need to scan your ID to trade, right? You have your wallet.
Yeah.
The other thing, there's 2 really fascinating products. Number 1 is called HIP3, which is where you could trade, say, the NASDAQ, or you could trade NVIDIA, or gold, or oil, where you can trade these traditional market assets on Hyperliquid with leverage.
Wow.
So, for example, when oil, like the Strait of Hormuz was happening and oil went over $100 a barrel, you could trade oil on 40x leverage on Hyperliquid.
That's crazy.
And you can't really do that in traditional venues. Like you can trade options or you could trade CME futures, but that is very expensive and, again, gated behind KYC and other traditional instruments.
Yeah.
The last part is they've come out with prediction markets.
Yep.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So prediction markets definitely kind of flavor of the year in terms of narrative. Like Polymarket and Kalshi, they're fundraising at crazy valuations. Hyperliquid stepping into the arena. But I think in terms of price prediction and justifying that $1,000 price prediction, they've got huge market share. They're bringing unique products to market, and they don't have any venture capitalists.
All right.
They're completely self-funded.
Yeah.
Damn.
I gotta question you about prediction markets. Do you think prediction markets are a net negative or a net positive for society as a whole?
Super polarizing. I want to hear what Candle thinks about this. What's your read on prediction markets?
I love it. I mean, people love to gamble. And it's like if if they love it, they enjoy it, if it's entertaining, right, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If people are going to be putting their money on it, then yeah, I love it.
It's gambling 2.0.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, there's casinos.
Yeah.
But like
there
for an
goes one.
example, so CNN implementing call sheet to gamble, I think on the weather and stuff like that. Do you think just for average Joe at home getting influenced that kind of way? Do you think that's good for society as a whole?
I mean, like, man, society's cooked as a whole, anyways.
They've been cooked.
It's okay. You can say it. You know how we can.
No. Like, I think that the way way society is going is it's just encouraging more and more risk taking.
Yep.
Right? We see this with the younger generation, whether they're buying meme coins, hoping for that 20,000x or those crazy returns. Like, we know that the younger generations have a higher propensity for risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with that comes gambling. And so, do I think it's a net positive for society? That's debatable. Is it going to happen anyways?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. And so it's very dystopian, kind of Black Mirror-esque to be able to gamble on the weather or, for example, the Iranian leader getting taken out.
Or Jesus coming back.
Jesus
Yeah,
coming back.
that was a classic.
There's like a couple about clavicular on Polymarket
Oh, yeah.
as
I've seen,
well.
yeah.
So I think it's super fascinating because it's just the financialization of everything. Where if you believe it, you can bet on it. And I think
100%.
that as a core concept is cool. The outcomes, I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's gonna happen anyway.
Well, this is what I was kind of saying about pump fun on the first time. I like pump fun. I'm a pump bull, and the reason why is because when you think about it, if you're a young person trying to acquire wealth, pump fun, although it is the stats, it is hard to make money on pump fun and be consistent.
Yeah.
It is an avenue though. It is an opportunity, and I think a lot of young people are going to look to meme coins and crypto to make money.
100%. 100%. Now, real quick, what do you think? How does the war between the United States and Iran affect the crypto markets long term?
long term. So one thing that a lot of people don't know is Iran mines a lot of Bitcoin.
I found that out
They
recently.
have the lowest marginal cost of production for Bitcoin. So they have the cheapest electricity in the world to produce Bitcoin. And the program has since ended, but the Iranian government used to pay you to mine Bitcoin. They would subsidize your mining equipment so you'd be able to start mining for cheaper under the obligation that you then sell it back to the government. And so Iran has always been a very Bitcoin friendly country because they're sanctioned so heavily from the rest of the global economy. Like they're not allowed to transact in US dollar.
Yeah.
And so in terms of like the implications for the war, like at this point, it's like a single post on Truth Social will send us up or down. Like at the end of the day, the fundamentals of the market, I don't really think matter. It's more about those news releases that come out at 4 p.m. on a Thursday where it's like war's back on, this refinery's blown up. At the end of the day, like I'm bullish. I have been bullish and I kind of maintain that long-term bias because the interest rates are going to zero, right? Jerome Powell's been replaced.
Yep.
The stock market, the S&P's at like 7,400 or something like that.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like we're in the age of infinite money. And when there's infinite money, it's going to eventually flow into crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you cooked it there. All right. So did you hear about what was it? Iran accepting crypto to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Did you hear about that?
Really?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
It was like a toll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
They were accepting
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Did they just like drop their
Well, they
Solana
were saying
address?
the thing is they were saying that they were accepting Bitcoin, which makes sense to what you're saying now that they mine Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's liquid.
But
It's like,
then it was not verified that they were accepting Bitcoin. So now
Really?
it's
Was
just
it
kind of
fake
now we just don't know. It's real. They are accepting crypto. We just don't know which one.
Right. I
So-
wonder how they'd even communicate it. It's like there's like Iranian people on shore like holding up a QR code that people scan.
Something.
We take Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
We do Bitcoin, we do USDT.
yeah.
So all right. So real quick, back to what was it? Anon.
Anon?
Anon.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. All right. So what's your prediction with that price prediction?
So I'll lay down a bit of context what we got cooking.
Got
Yeah.
it. Go. Knock it out.
So Anon, DeFi AI, DeFi, as they say. I can't give the specific date, but in the very near future, we're releasing an AI agent launchpad. Okay, so that means people who don't know how to code or even experienced developers can come to the website and make an AI agent. So what separates us from other platforms is these agents come with skills. And so the buzzword is MCPs. There's 460 MCPs that we've made, and this could cover something like the agent being able to trade on Hyperliquid, or the agent being able to launch coins on Pump Fun, or the agent being able to, I don't know, deposit into Aave.
Got it.
So it's direct tooling for the agent to do stuff.
Okay.
Which stands very far apart from what's currently available in terms of AI agent launchpad stuff. And so that in itself, it's pretty cool. Because, for example, you could make an agent where it's connected to, I don't know, Aave and Yearn, and all it does is find you the best yield for your stable coins. Day or night, it's fully automated. If suddenly an opportunity pops up and it's 6%, oh, let me move from Aave to Yearn, collect that yield. You don't have to lift a finger. Or even you can make an AI agent that every time there's an Elon Musk tweet, it takes the tweet and launches a coin on Pump Fun.
That's crazy.
Fully autonomously.
That's crazy.
And you could get it to like dev by like, I don't know, 40% of the supply or whatever you want it to do.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like anything is possible. Like the launchpad is there. So the second part of it is we've partnered with Radium.
Nice.
Radium, largest DEX in Solana, right? They handle about 60% of all trading volume in the Solana ecosystem. And we've partnered with them so people can tokenize these agents. So step one is the agents.
Crazy.
Step two is people being able to launch tokens for these agents. And so that is the product that is coming out in the very near future, where people will not only be able to make their own AI agent, but if they want to, they'll be able to tokenize it. And all of the liquidity, the bonding, the migration, that's handled by the Radium team.
That shit just sounds crazy as shit.
I got a question for you. I want to talk about you and your brother mining Bitcoin in 2011.
Okay.
So when you saw your brother mining Bitcoin in 2011, you were, there. What did you think about it? What did your brother think about it? Did you ever, because, Bitcoin was at what, 50 cents at that point or something like that?
It didn't really have a price.
Yeah.
Like,
what did you think about it? Like, what was going through his head?
Initially, man, I honestly thought it was kind of lame. Like, I'll be honest.
You just say that, yeah.
Yeah. Like at the time, like 2011, I was pretty addicted to League of Legends, and my brother was just like hanging out in the basement, like mining Bitcoin. Like he explained it a couple of times, but it never really clicked.
Yeah.
And it like didn't have a price. You couldn't go to an exchange and sell it. Like he was doing it for the technology. It's not like he was super into the idea of Bitcoin and monetary freedom. Like now he's an engineer. Like he's very talented at what he does, and this was kind of like how he got into it per se.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't really fully appreciate it. It was when I had to make a school project on a new up-and-coming technology that I actually started to peel back the layers of the technology. And full transparency, man, I got roasted.
Dang.
Bro, like my high school classmates cooked me.
What grade was this?
Grade 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, bro, I got bullied. Like, not actually, but like my friends were making, and I got a bad grade.
Wow.
Yeah, I got like a C+ on the presentation,
You're
because
giving-
obviously like my boomer ass teacher is not going to understand it either. And like my classmates, like, because I was the only one that covered Bitcoin, like my classmates like didn't really fuck with it either.
They probably think about that. You think they think about it? I remember that kid in 11th grade told about Bitcoin.
I ran
was a
into
dollar.
my teacher.
That gave you gave you
Yeah.
a C.
Yeah, I ran into him
shit.
like, fuck, this would have been like 2020, like when things were starting to
Yeah.
pop off. I ran into him in a random grocery store, and like he was a cool guy, like at the time, like younger 40s.
All right, now you're successful when you run into him, right?
Yeah.
But
At the time, 2020.
What watch did you have on?
That was that was before 2021.
Oh, okay,
so,
yeah. I'm like, Dad, what you have on?
Yeah, he was a cool guy though. Like, so I dapped him up in the grocery store, and
Okay.
I was like, "Yo, do you remember my Bitcoin presentation?" And he's like, "You were early."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're right."
Oh
He
shit.
probably thinks about that every day. Every day he clocks in this job, he's like, "What the fuck did I do this?"
I think we all. I mean, I still think about that too, because I'm just like, bro, where the hell was I?
Yeah.
I got to it too. Well, I seen it during COVID when it was sitting at like $3,000, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not buying this shit. I remember buying some random stock, right, instead of Bitcoin, and then I think the first cryptocurrency I bought was Doge, which
Really?
was kind of like,
Interesting.
I feel like Doge is what really onboarded a ton of people too.
It's that same kind of mental model as XRP, where like it's cheap, you can understand it at a very basic level, it's accessible on Coinbase or wherever these people like to trade, and it's kind of like the blue pill into the industry.
Yeah.
I agree. I do agree. But I think it like crypto needs that. They need to make it simple to understand for people to jump in. Because I feel like when it's just too much information, it's just like, bro, what?
Yeah.
So obviously we all know a lot about crypto between the three of us.
Yep.
Imagine starting from zero right now.
Oh man.
Can you imagine how difficult it would be?
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
yeah.
I didn't
Like,
know shit when I started.
We could probably go through the top 100 on CoinGecko,
Yeah.
and like we know like a little bit about each one.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
probably not experts, but we know enough to be like, oh, this is XRP, this is Stellar, this is
Yeah.
Doge.
Yeah.
Oh, Elon likes Doge. He tweets about it, so you got to have noties on for Elon.
Yeah.
You know, we know enough, but like starting from zero right now would be so challenging.
What would you do if you started from zero?
Honestly, I would probably tell people to stay away from Twitter.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I agree.
Twitter, it's really hard to get good alpha.
Yeah, and I think
agree.
and another problem with Twitter is the echo chamber. So, a lot of people, when they buy something, they'll want to have confirmation bias. They'll plug in their ticker in the search bar, and then they'll join these communities where people are just spewing shit all day for their bags.
But what would you say
know?
is the number one platform to get information that's actually valuable? Because if Twitter's bad, I can only imagine TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, so I guess my problem with Twitter is that, like Aaron said, it's an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And the algo is so quick at picking up when you're interested in something that as soon as you, I don't know, for example, like if you look at like one Anon tweet and you like it, you scroll down a little bit further, there's going to be 5 more.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that.
agree.
It's ridiculous and really annoying.
It's like the most it's the quickest algorithm I've encountered in recent history that catches on to exactly what you're looking at and feeds you more. By and large, I would still say like the short form video apps like Instagram or TikTok have good content because with the video format, people are able to articulate more comprehensive ideas.
Okay.
And I think that is video content is obviously more engaging, right?
Agree.
Twitter is designed as like a text platform where there's only so much information that can be conveyed in 256 characters.
Yeah.
And so I think short form content, I mean, as we're recording it right now, obviously like
Yeah, 100%.
there's value in it. And so I would say Instagram and TikTok. I also think there's a lot of potential with live streaming.
Yeah.
Where with the longer sessions, you can have a dialogue with your community where if I hop in Candle's live stream and I'm like, hey man, like tell me more about your XRP thesis. It's a lot more personalized. You can have that back and forth and just kind of incubate the community a bit more.
Yeah, 100%. That's crazy. You said, man, South, stay away from Twitter. Get away from that.
I mean, I hang out on Twitter because I help run the Anon account and like all my friends are there. And like, I hate to say it, but I'm past the point where I learned that much new about crypto.
Yeah.
And it's more about like maintenance, staying informed for my bags.
100%.
And like, maybe that's like the unk in me talking and I've become a little bit complacent.
That's
but like,
okay, yeah.
I don't really seek that much new information because I know I'm probably going to find it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Got it. Trench warrior.
I also think another thing for like new beginners, a big thing is like you don't need to understand the blockchain technology. You don't need to understand SHA-256. You don't need to understand how the ledger works. I don't think that's very important in terms of an investor perspective from if you're a beginner. Because when I first got in the space, that was one of the first things I did, and I look back on it and I think, well, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like some of the stuff I've learned. Does it matter, if you understand how the cryptography acts? I mean, if you're a developer and you're trying to get into the industry, that and that. But if you're just your first week knowing about crypto, and you think, oh well, I don't understand the blockchain technology, I don't think that's like a big issue. I think you can still kind of get into it.
Yeah, I agree. Like you don't need to know that Ethereum is written in Solidity and Solana
like,
is
just shit like that.
They both have NFTs. You can trade meme coins on both of them. Like keeping like a higher level, I guess, overview of your knowledge, I think, at least when you're getting started, is a great approach.
100%.
Because you don't want to dive into the weeds. Like you said, you don't need to know how hash algorithms work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much like overload information. All right, real quick, I do want to play like a game with you.
A game.
Yeah, I do want to play a game. So I'm going to throw out some cryptos, and I just want you to say rich or poor.
As in, like, the people who hold them are rich or poor?
Not just rich or poor. Is it going to make you rich? Is it going to make you poor?
Yeah.
Right? So, XRP.
Poor.
I was waiting for that.
I knew it was coming.
I had to do XRP first. All right, Bitcoin.
Rich.
XLM.
Poor.
Hype.
Rich.
HBAR.
Poor-ish.
Oh, wow. All right, Solana.
Rich.
Chainlink.
Ooh.
Oh, brother.
I want to say poor.
Really?
Yeah.
Chainlink poor.
Yeah, I have a couple problems with Chainlink.
Elaborate.
And
Yeah.
So Chainlink is the first ever altcoin that I bought.
Oh, okay.
2017, it was trading below 40 cents.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And so the idea of Chainlink is super straightforward, right? It's oracles.
Yep.
There's the oracle problem in crypto where information doesn't go to where it needs to go. So for example, like price or volume data, or that's what Chainlink does. It's a butler for data. It takes it to where it needs to go. Chainlink itself makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
It is a super adopted business, and they have a really strong product market fit. The problem is none of their business value ends up in the token.
I was about to say that.
There's a very strong disconnect between their business operations, their revenue, and token performance. And there's many such cases in crypto where there's that very strong disconnect.
Yeah.
And so, for example, I like Hyperliquid because Hyperliquid on average makes about $2 million a day in fees. Of that $2 million, 97% of it is used to buy back the Hype token, and then it's put in a vault and it's not touched. Pump token.
Yep.
They do a lot of buybacks with their revenue. And so I guess that's the key reason I have a problem with Chainlink. I love Chainlink. I know people on their team. They're all very smart and talented. I'm not trying to fudge your bags. I just think there's a fundamental disconnect between the product and the token value.
I love that. I love that. All right, Cardano.
Poor. Even more poor than XRP.
Oh my god.
I saw Charles Hoskinson speaking at Consensus 2 days ago. And I was like, man, if I had any, I'd sell it now.
Why?
He was bad at speaking, and he was trying to make like weird jokes, and they weren't hitting. And
Oh my. See,
Yeah.
so I think the one thing I said, I just think he's terrible at marketing.
yeah,
He cannot market his coin for shit.
and I think like there's very much like the stigma of like your founder has to be a Chad,
Yeah.
right? Like BNB, CZ, Hype has Jeff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pump has Alon, ETH has Vitalik, but we can skip that one.
Yeah.
Bitcoin has Saylor practically.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
anyone's the CEO of Bitcoin, it's Michael Saylor,
Yep,
right?
100%.
And Charles Hoskinson, just I don't know, man. It seems like he got bullied in high school.
Oh man.
What do you think about Richard Hart? He has me blocked on Twitter, but
That's a badge of honor, man. I have not. Charles Hoskinson's blocked
I never
me
even
on
said
Twitter.
anything to him. That's the craziest part. He was
Really?
Yeah.
So the way I got blocked by Richard Hart was he was going back and forth with one of my friends, Daniel Crypto's Good, if you remember who that is. He's
Okay.
left the space, but some of the viewers may know who he is. But anyways, he was going back and forth with him, and I guess he went to Daniel's page and saw that he was retweeting me, and then just blocked me off of that. I didn't even say anything to him. So,
Yeah.
I think he's hilarious though.
Well,
Have you seen the Richard Hart versus Peter Schiff debate? Like
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
He is like he's a master of marketing.
Yeah.
So we were just
Yeah, he's
talking about
good.
how Charles Hoskinson's really bad at marketing. Richard Hart is like a master class of marketing, and it's through pure rage bait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Like he's going for max impressions. He knows what he's saying is incorrect, but it's going to bring attention to Hex and Pulse and
Yep.
their ecosystem.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wish Charles did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, 88,
Poor guy.
88 made a lot of people money in 2021. So it's,
It did.
They,
I mean,
it went to
money.
like what, an 80 billion market cap. So
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it was definitely like when I was shopping for altcoins in 2016, 2017, it was below a penny.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was definitely, and back then it was also a very sexy narrative because it was the same thing. It was like ISO 222, like replace the banking system.
Yeah, yeah.
XLM had rumors of being backed by silver at some point because like there was so much misinformation that people just ate up anything.
yeah.
Damn. All right. What was my question? All right. LCX.
What's the full name of that project again?
Oh God. Yeah. I'm like Lynch and started something crazy. Yeah.
It's the exchange
Yeah.
token, right?
Yeah, it's the exchange token
yeah.
that they do tokenizing and stuff like
yeah, like
that.
they're tokenizing euro bonds, I believe.
They're tokenizing like gold now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on like I guess their idea of tokenizing stuff.
Okay.
But we've also gone through this on a live before.
Yeah, I was going crazy. It was years ago, right?
And
Look, LCX is going to $50. He broke it down, and I'm just like, It's going to $50.
I mean, in terms of what they're doing with like RWAs, yeah, sure, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of potential. But my problem with LCX has always been like when you look at like spot volume for centralized exchanges,
It's dead.
you got to go on like the fifth page to
Yeah.
find LCX. So
Okay.
clearly
So
they don't have
dead.
many users. I know they are in Liechtenstein, which is like kind of like Switzerland, where
Yeah.
they're very
It's a
neutral.
lot of money there, though.
They have very friendly financial tax laws, and like you said, there is a lot of money there. So maybe
Yeah.
there's like a cabal play that we don't know about in terms of bringing money in and tokenizing it. But when you take it for what it is, in its current point, they have very little market share in the centralized exchange game. So it's all about the narrative, the RWA, the tokenizing bonds or gold. And in the current altcoin market, I feel like RWAs are not too hot.
What do you think about Near Protocol? Near.
I like their pivot to being AI aligned, because for a long time they were just like a layer one. They're like, yeah, we have some decentralized exchanges, like you can do some NFTs on here,
Yeah.
but they have become very AI aligned, which I think is a strategic move, because layer ones are a dime a dozen.
Yep.
Like we have so many different ones to pick from that they need some kind of unique value proposition.
Yeah.
And there's that really cool product. I think it's called Near Intent.
Yes. Near
Where
Intents.
you can bridge between networks super easy with very low slippage. Super cool. That's a
Yeah,
great use
I use
case.
it. I
Yeah.
think it's a great product. I think it's the most underrated product in the industry.
Yeah, because
really.
moving between chains, man, it is so complicated. You press the wrong button, your money's gone.
Yeah.
and
Oh, bro.
There ain't no customer service
Oh,
to call.
All right, real quick. Have you ever experienced anything like that? Have you ever pressed the wrong thing and money's just gone?
Definitely.
What was the
Yeah.
most you could say?
Well, I mean, so I told you guys about how I was mining Bitcoin 2011.
Yeah.
That Bitcoin's gone, man. Lost on the family computer. Like, so we were mining at 2011,
Damn.
and like, I don't want to say the real number.
Don't say.
Sizable donation to the Bitcoin community because it's gone forever. The private
Yeah.
keys were backed up on my parents' computer. We mined it. We had lots of fun for like a year. We kind of forgot about it. We sold the equipment. We came back 2015 when Bitcoin had a price. I think it was trading at around like $100. And we're like, man, like,
Dude, what
like
the?
where are the private keys? And we had them backed up on the family computer. My parents got a new computer, so private keys are gone. And
You would be sitting here right now.
bro, we'd be on my yacht recording.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, well, I want to do the same thing for you, Aaron.
Yeah.
That game, in a sense. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Let's play. Yeah.
all right. XRP.
Rich.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Rich.
Solana.
Medium.
Solana.
I
what-
can't-
You can't say.
I would say rich.
Okay. I'm like,
If I have to
brother.
pick one, rich.
Hype.
Rich.
Cardano.
Poor.
Let's get Ethereum.
Poor.
Oh my God.
Poor.
Chainlink.
Poor.
HBAR.
Rich.
Okay. All right. I feel like
Yeah.
that's. I
And
feel
with Solana, the thing is I think, Mert and all those guys, of course, I love Solana. I believe it's going to be the dominant L1 to make it out of crypto and everything. And it has the most users, most volume, and all that stuff. But in terms of the actual token, the chart, just from I know TA is a bunch of bullshit, but it is kind of real, and the chart does look a little nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically did a double top from the 2021 bull run to the past bull run. It did hit a new all-time high, but barely. So I do think, Solana, I don't think it's consensus anymore. I think most people would not have in their top threes in terms of like what to buy. I think it's a strong pick. I'm just not. I would pick, Bitcoin over it. I'd pick Hype over it. In terms of like returns, just in my opinion.
Yeah.
Pengu, a bunch of other stuff. So
I agree. Sol kind of has bad PR. It's known as like the crime chain.
yeah, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
At the end,
Right, dude? Because dude, people got rinsed on NFTs in 2021, and then those same people came back, and then they tried participating in meme coins, and that didn't work out so well.
Oh yeah.
And so it has the reputation that, they are trying to fix it with like a pivot towards AI. And over the past couple of weeks, they've been seeding this AI narrative. And
Yeah.
at Consensus, they had like Solana Accelerate where they talked about AI. So like
Yeah.
they are trying to like pivot, but I agree. I wouldn't say Solana is necessarily the consensus trade because
yeah.
there's new layer ones every day, man. Like there's always new chains saying they're faster and they're cheaper and they have more throughput that the market will pick eventually, I guess.
I think Solana is the big winner in terms of the L1s, though. You know, it's just that. I think, you know, make new all-time highs. It's just, I think they have a more, you know, difficult route for them.
Let's flip it back. I'm going to list off some.
Oh, you're gonna throw for me? All right, go ahead.
All right, so we're playing rich or poor. First up, Bitcoin.
Poor.
My God.
Gotta call it. Poor.
XRP.
Rich.
Are you just counter trading my answer?
No. I've literally said poor. And like the first episode or the second episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I
there's
hate
continuity
Bitcoin.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cardano.
Poor.
XLM.
Poor.
XDC.
Poor.
Hyperliquid.
Rich.
Pump.
Rich.
Anon.
Rich.
My God.
Let's go.
Gotta do it, bro.
We'll do one more. I don't know. BNB.
Rich.
Can't fight CZ, man. Anyone who's fought CZ is either in debt or in jail. So, or is either dead
well,
or
that's
in jail.
you know, I kind of
100%.
want. So you're saying that, and we know the biggest threat to CZ's business is Hyperliquid, and obviously there's a competitor on Binance, Aster. What do you think about Aster versus Hyperliquid? Do you think CZ will try and do something crazy to Jeff and the Hyperliquid guy? Like, what do you think?
That's crazy.
There's pretty compelling evidence that they've tried
Yeah, I think
coordinating
the
a
1010.
large-scale attack on
Oh.
Hyperliquid. It's like super convoluted how they did it. Basically, they shorted a whole bunch of assets on Hyperliquid, and then they manipulated the price on centralized exchanges. So then Hyperliquid was left with bad debt. And that was like the basic premise. And so there was like a couple wallets that did it. They were funded freshly from Binance and BitGet. And the rumor mill was circulating that it was a coordinated attack. I agree. Hyperliquid is eating Binance's lunch. They brought Aster to market. But Aster is just like, it's all botted volume.
Yeah, I think that's how I feel about BNB. I think it's a lot of wash trading.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I mean, if you've ever used Aster, it's like driving a Honda Civic. And Hyperliquid's the Ferrari.
Damn.
Like, it's faster execution, it's lower slippage, the fees are better. I understand why they did it, but I think in terms of the product they brought to market, it doesn't really compare. Now, obviously, things can change, but I was a day one holder of Aster just for the trade, right?
Yeah.
But I was also a day one holder of Hyperliquid because you could use the product before there was a token, and it felt really good to use.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing is using the product before the token, where I feel like everyone just shoots to come out with the token, right? And we're just like waiting for the product.
That's kind of, I mean, that's
I
what
hate
happened,
that.
you know, back in 2020 or 2019. I remember SushiSwap came out with their token before Uniswap, and it forced Uniswap to, you know, drop their token. But Uniswap won that battle at the end of the day versus Sushi. I mean, nobody uses SushiSwap. I don't know anybody who does.
Oh my God, yeah.
The Uniswap airdrop, that was also like the first ever that was the first ever large airdrop that happened in crypto. Wow. Actually, so there was Bitcoin Cash and there was Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's Vision. Those airdrops were whatever. But if you used Uniswap, you got the airdrop.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time where it was like, use the product, get the token.
That's good.
Right?
That's good.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. What is your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? Because I personally like Bitcoin Cash. I looked in the Roger Ver a little bit. I kind of like the thesis because I would say Bitcoin is not, you know, the people who think it's kind of this cypherpunk revolutionary thing. It is revolutionary. But I think I actually like Bitcoin Cash more.
Yeah.
Maybe not in investment and returns, but just in like the whole thesis around it. Let me make that clear.
It's like, I think it's...
I'm like Bitcoin Cash.
It's like smaller blocks, but longer block time or something like that. I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like a grift.
When I read Roger's a part of his book, I haven't read the whole book. When I read part of it, a lot of it has been vindicated over the years. You know, he talks about how Bitcoin, well, this isn't like back in 2017, 2016, the block size war was the whole thing. He talks about in the book how Bitcoin was getting infiltrated and all these other things. And I think it has been.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, you know, we saw who was speaking at the Bitcoin conference. You know, we had, you know, government officials, which is bullish for the price.
Yeah.
But in terms of the OG thesis of Bitcoin being this kind of cypherpunk, non-government thing, that hasn't really played out to become that.
I agree.
So I think Roger Ver has been vindicated on that. And he's a big promoter of BCH. So I don't know. I mean, that was kind of my takeaway from looking at him.
Yeah. I mean, just like quickly rewinding where you said like Bitcoin is it's almost lost the plot.
Yeah,
where,
I agree.
Like it was brought to market shortly after 2008 when the banks got bailed out. It was this like new financial system, a way to opt out. But now like we're begging for the suits.
Yeah. Suits
Like-
are here.
Like
Yeah.
we're on our knees for BlackRock, being like, "Yo, come buy our shit, man! Like, run it up. We need more ETF flow. We
Yeah.
need more tokenized ETFs, RWAs." Like, I think that Bitcoin and the Bitcoin community, for better or worse, has like diverged so far from where it was originally, but it's also required for its success.
Yeah. I
Like
understand.
if we want Bitcoin to go over $1 million or more, we need that ETF money. We need that pension money. We need it adopted as some kind of national reserve asset.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like a necessary evil for its long-term growth.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, what's your 2030 Bitcoin price prediction? Because I think Kathy Woods was like 1.5 million.
I'm over $1 million.
You're-
By 2030, I think over $1 million.
Over $1 million?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a bit fatalistic in the sense that I think we're at the end of the good times. You know how there's like the cycle of like hard times make hard people make easy time, like that.
Yeah.
I think that unfortunately we're probably going to head into a pretty difficult era, but it's going to be caused by inflation, right?
Yeah.
National debt going crazy. The new Fed chairman, Kevin Warsh, he's going to push rates to zero, right? So we're going to enter a society where everything is much more expensive. So I don't know the exact statistic, but from 2020 until now, they've printed more money than existed in like the first 200 years of the US. Proportionally, the amount of money that is required to keep the system going is more and more. It's just the law of large numbers. And so
That's crazy.
I mean, that's part of the reason why the S&P is at like, I think 7,800 points. COVID low on that, I think, was 2,100.
Oh my God.
So the S&P has gone from like the COVID low, I want to 19 or 2,100. Maybe we can fact check it later, but like
Yeah.
just absolutely obscene evaluations. And then you add in other components like AI. AI is inflationary because it reduces the cost of human capital, so humans are going to get fired or unemployment's going to go up. And when unemployment goes up, the government has to print more money to keep the lights on in society. Like UBI, for example. People are going to need handouts. They're going to need healthcare because they can't afford it. Okay, the government's probably going to have to start buying mortgage debt
Yeah.
because people can't pay their mortgage. And so basically what I'm getting at is all roads lead to money printing,
Yeah.
and money printing means assets can go to infinity.
Damn. So yeah, that was a pretty good case.
Yeah. So I can go a bit deeper on the Bitcoin talk here.
You want to go deep? Go deeper.
Yeah. So Bitcoin, it is absolutely scarce.
Yep.
Gold and silver, relatively scarce. So
Yeah.
what I mean by that, gold and silver, there's a limited amount that we can access on planet Earth. But there's more in outer space. Maybe we dig deeper in the earth and find more. There is a limited amount that we can take out of the ground, extract, and use. So it's relatively scarce based on its ability to be found. Bitcoin, hard cap at 21 million. Absolutely scarce. So there's key nuance there in terms of when you look at it from its investing principles.
I got a question for you. There was a clip that surfaced, 5 years ago. You probably saw it, where the Winklevoss twins were sitting around with Dave Portnoy telling him you got to buy Bitcoin because Elon Musk is going to go up to space, mine asteroids, and gold will become plentiful. Do you think Elon Musk is going to go up to space, start mining these asteroids with tons of gold, and gold, the price is just going to, kind of go to zero because it's going to be as plentiful as dust?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could happen. Even when they discover, I think it was 3 or 4 months ago, they discovered a huge new gold deposit in Alaska. That influenced price.
Wow.
It went down 5% in a single day, and that's a multi-trillion-dollar market.
Yeah.
Right? So I have a buddy that owns a metals exploration company. And so they do drilling up in for lack of a better words, butt-fuck nowhere Canada.
my
super
God.
far north, helicopter in, helicopter out, hope there's gold in the ground. And his business is the busiest it's ever been. People are bidding out contracts 20x over their value.
Whoa.
And so, like, from the commodity side, it is an absolute insane amount of demand because we need gold, we need silver for the infrastructure for AI. And so when we're talking about extracting it from space, to me, it's a matter of when and not if.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Yeah, you really broke that shit down pretty good right there.
Musk even wants to put AI computing centers in space.
Wow. You're super bullish on AI.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right now, it's the worst it'll ever be.
So it's not a bubble.
It's not going to get worse, right?
Yeah.
AI is only going to improve from here on out.
agree.
AI fundamentally isn't a bubble, but it's nowhere near ending.
Yeah, it's just only going
It
to get
hasn't
better.
invented new technology. That's like something key to look out for. AI tells us things that we already know, but it hasn't invented new technology from the ground up, and it hasn't displaced that much human labor. Right?
Yet.
So if we got it,
Robotics.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Coinbase announced they laid off like 14% of their workforce or something a couple of days ago because their software engineers, their product designers, they work with AI now. And so we are seeing that human displacement of labor, but it's not like we're seeing construction workers or cab drivers or people who work in hospitals. We're not seeing those kinds of people displaced yet. And
Damn.
that is where, from a economic point of view, the real value is unlocked.
Got it. So, out of every crypto in the entire market, when it comes to AI, what should people be looking at? That one coin that speaks AI.
ANON, Anon, hey Anon. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the show.
No, I know. I'm letting you go. I'm just like, what's the number one?
Show your bags.
Show
your bags is crazy.
So obviously I have a different perspective on it. I'm head of business development in Hey Anon, and so I have a very granular insight into what we're doing on the product side and what we're bringing to market. AI agents and crypto, they go hand in hand, and we've created the toolkits for people to actually build useful agents, not just 'cause most people don't know how to deploy an AI agent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it is actually relatively sophisticated. And so I think there's a lot of value to be unlocked by making it easy and by making agents that are useful. So the one AI coin that I think you should look into would be Hayanon. There's lots of other cool ones, lots of other permutations around, for example, like Render, where it's
Render.
like decentralized compute.
Whatever happened to, what was it, Fetch AI?
Fat.
Fetch and Singularity.
There's
Yeah.
like a three-way merger. It was like Fetch,
It was-
Ocean,
yeah.
GIX.
Super artificial intelligence.
Intelligence, AI.
Yeah.
What happened
Well,
to
so
that?
like, that was like Gen 1 AI. In terms, so the way that I look at it is like AI in crypto, there was like Gen 1 where like it just had the word AI in it and there wasn't really anything like AI related. Where
Yeah.
it's just like marketing and narrative fugazi,
Yeah.
like AGIX, Ocean, and then they combined into the
AGIX.
trifecta. And then there's kind of Gen 2s, like for example, Render,
Yeah.
whereas like, or Aether, or Deepin, whereas like,
Tau. What do you think about Tau? I would love your opinion on
we'll
that.
talk about that.
Yeah. You
So
go.
Gen 2 was like securing compute, where it's like AI needs GPUs. These projects can connect them to GPUs. And then Gen 3, like Tau or Anon, where it's like actual use cases, where it's like it's no longer about the infrastructure. It's like we have these agents or we have these models and we want people to use them. So I guess that's kind of the breakdown because, man, you like that Ocean AGIX, man, like that shook some dust out of my brain.
Yeah, when that happened, I was like, what is going on? But I was bullish on AGIX
that
for a long time.
It was a cook before the triple merger. Like,
yeah.
I remember like
Triple
early
merge.
2024, that coin went up like 50x.
Yeah, it went crazy.
Yeah.
It went crazy. But I think Fetch was outperforming it for sure. But I think it was the developer. I forgot his name. But he appeared on like Joe Rogan and he was just
Really? Chilling.
I forgot his name, man. He looked like he's long hair. He dressed crazy.
Yeah.
Right. But he was cooking on the AI scene on Joe Rogan and everything. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question. So recently, the CEO of NVIDIA was talking about Tau after he got asked a question by one of the guys on the Up Only podcast.
Yeah.
What do you think about Tau?
I think it's super cool. I mean, it's decentralized large language models, right? So essentially what it is there's some kind of large language model. It's a product. So for example, there's subnets where you could do like voice to text, or you could ask it to do research on a topic. And that basically Tau is an ecosystem, and within the ecosystem, there's a lot of different products, and these subnets do different things. So when you look at Tau, it generates revenue, it has users, it's in AI, like it checks all the boxes for like a feasible investment. There's only 21 million Tau that will ever exist, and they're mined at a decreasing rate, just like Bitcoin. So I think in terms of like product market fit, being useful, it checks the boxes. Like, what more can you really ask out of a crypto investment? And I don't even own Tau, but like I just respect the product.
Yeah, they're crazy on Twitter. I've been seeing their community for a while. They got a really big cult around it.
Yeah, it's definitely like Tau is a coin that I think brought non-crypto investors into crypto. Where it's like there's people that were really passionate about AI.
Yep.
They knew nothing about crypto, but they discovered Tau, so now they kind of fuck with crypto.
Yeah.
Well, man, I don't know if I can ask this question. I want to ask this question, but it's about the Steen.
Pop off, King.
Okay. What do you think about Jeffrey Epstein being tied to Bitcoin? I'm sorry.
No. I'm trying to, because there's like emails.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's the dev.
They were Jeffrey the dev. I don't remember like the exact content of the emails per se.
He was like an early investor into Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Or
he
something.
invested in all the early startups too.
Yeah, like there was a lot of ties.
But hated XRP or something like that. Or something with Ripple. I don't know, man. I don't know.
At the end of the day, like Jeffrey Epstein had his hands in a lot of things.
That's
Pun
such
intended.
a good answer.
Pun intended.
That's such a good
Am I
answer.
surprised that he may have had some early Bitcoin aloe? No. Like
He was very well connected.
at the end of the day, he was a financial manager, and he was connected to the most powerful people on planet Earth. And those were the same people that probably knew about it around the same timeline.
Got it.
Like Elon Musk was a early Bitcoin studier. He may not have like held it or worked in the industry, but like he knew about it. Or there's many such cases where is Jeffrey Epstein the dev of Bitcoin? Probably not.
Next question.
But you can't say no.
Who's Satoshi Nakamoto?
I think Hal Finney.
You think Hal Finney?
Yeah, so Hal Finney died in 2019, I believe. He died of ALS.
Yep.
Wow.
Super terrible disease. But I believe it was Hal Finney. He was the recipient of the first ever Bitcoin transaction. Proposed many updates, the BIPs, the Bitcoin Improvement Proposals. And, I mean, he's died and the coins still haven't moved.
Yeah. And wasn't there, I don't know if this is complete, wasn't there a guy on his street with the real name Satoshi Nakamoto who lived on a street in California? That's what I heard.
I don't know.
That they found he was living near a guy whose real name was Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's flip it to you.
Go ahead.
Who's Bitcoin dev?
I would say I think the government.
The CIA?
I think the CIA created Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys. Like, we know who created Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If we're pouring billions of dollars into Bitcoin,
They're just like, at this point, they don't even care. Mask off.
Well, I mean, like, there's actually a lot of convincing evidence, right? Like, the NSA made SHA-256 algorithm in the late 80s. The CIA released a paper on peer-to-peer cryptographic cash in the late 90s, and then Bitcoin was brought to market. There is convincing evidence that it was the government based on, like, publicly accessible documents.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think.
Just
makes sense.
The one thing that I see as, like, the argument to it is that if that was the case, the U.S. government should be adopting it at a much faster rate than they currently are. If they brought it to market and like this was their plan to create an alternative currency, like they should be going for max supply control on this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know what I found out the other day that I think it was like the United States or the government's like I think they own like 95 to 100% of the of the Bitcoin that they hold comes from basically like just straight up like seizing it. They just,
like Silk Road.
they just seized all the shit.
Yeah, I kind of want to give my input on that. I think I would agree with your answer. That would be my answer, Hal Finney. And I think I feel like with the government, I would say that, but Bitcoin is such an abstract idea. I feel like it was just honestly a bunch of like just genius autists who got together, and they cooked this up. I just feel like it's so abstract that no one in the government, I don't know. That's kind of my thought process around it. And all the, supporting evidence that you talked about and everything. And Adam Back as well. We know he was involved early in the, Bitcoin community and stuff. But I think the government definitely got in there very early. I think they saw this thing and they were like, what the fuck did you guys just do? And they kind of hopped in there and were like,
complete alternative financial system that like threatens like the grounds of what the American
it's a crazy idea
markets.
when you think it just, the blockchain revolutionized finance.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
So what do you think about the Clarity Act? Clarity Act gets passed. Is it going to be extremely bullish for crypto?
I don't know if it's going to be like Clarity Act is passed, green candle the same day, go to Valhalla. The way that I rationalize, because I'm also Canadian.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily have boots on the ground experience with U.S. regulations and all of the, let's call it consequences of them. For example, like we can use different exchanges than you guys can, and there's very different rules. And so, I mean, I do follow like the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, etc. But I don't think when those legislations come into action, it's going to be green candle euphoria straight to the moon. It's more about the bullish context, the tailwind, the fundamentals that allow money to flow into the ecosystem.
Okay.
That was like one thing that I found relatively cool at Consensus was the amount of like Wall Street presence there was in terms of like banks and asset managers, and those are the people who are going to pump our bags.
Yeah, it's true.
And these policy actions are what allow them to participate. And so it's bullish, not going to cause a green candle, but in due time it helps.
What would you say, like for the Clarity Act, is there anything negative about it?
I don't know the...
Or like, do you think like it's going to just...
Do you think there's anything negative in it? Because I actually don't know like the itemized action items within the Clarity Act for like, oh, this one's bullish, this one's bearish.
Yeah, I think like, Bitcoin, XRP, I think it's going to do well for, right?
Yeah.
But I think in terms of like what we see on Solana right now, pumped on fun, everybody making these meme coins, I think that shit's just going to be hella bearish for it. You know what I mean? So, and then that's kind of where retail's at right now.
Yeah.
That's where all the retail's at.
I mean, even, So this was talking to a lot of people at Consensus again. I asked them, when did you get into crypto and why? Right? Because everyone got in for a specific reason. Like maybe the moment was NFTs. One of their friends shilled them on, I don't know, some Solana NFT.
NBA Top Shot.
Top Shot, that was a huge onboarding moment.
That onboarded me to NFTs.
Right?
Yeah.
Or even a lot of people got into it, like you said, Dogecoin.
Dogecoin, yeah.
Right? And so, honestly, at this point, I don't blame retail for not really wanting to participate, because it's like you came in 2021, NFTs, then meme coins, and it's like, man, like inflation's high.
Do you think are NFTs dead?
I would be very surprised if they came back.
Well, I want to say they've been pumping recently.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
TBH, I think it's abstract money laundering.
But all across the board.
I think it's abstract money laundering from all of the DeFi hacks. Because in theory, the people who bought these NFTs before, because they're all tornado caching the Ethereum.
Okay.
So you exploit a protocol, like for example, Aave for $300 million.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Tornado cache that shit, send it to Bitcoin, bring it back to Ethereum, perform like on-chain black magic, and then finalize with an NFT transaction where you pump your existing bags and then you cash out.
Oh my God.
So, well, because North Korea was doing this when they hacked Bybit. They hacked Bybit for $5 billion.
Yeah.
And they were using NFTs as a money laundering vehicle and pump fun. But they didn't even tornado cash it first. So you could see them on chain, like deving coins on pump fun, claiming the fees.
That's crazy.
Or they would buy all the supply on one wallet and then pump it on another and then sell from that wallet. And you could see all of this on chain. And so like the NFTs pumping at the same time DeFi exploits are happening. That it seems a little bit fishy for me.
Yeah.
I do think there's a lot of value, for example, in like pudgy penguins.
Okay.
Like
I love pudgy penguins.
They have so much value in their intellectual property, right? Like they have stuffed animals that are all over Walmart. They have games. They have a trading card game. They have a computer game. Like they have a very valuable ecosystem, and Luca Nets has done a really good job. Let's call it building the value of the brand. Mutant apes and bored apes, you could probably say they've fallen off a bit, but
Yeah.
those communities that transition into something that goes beyond crypto, I think is where NFTs will succeed.
Do you think Pudgy Penguins is kind of like the leader when it comes to meme coins?
Yeah.
Are you invested into Pudgy Penguins?
No.
Okay.
No, I used to be, but not anymore.
He's like,
yeah.
I'm out of here.
I was at the Pudgy event on the Wednesday. It was actually super fun, but like at the end of the day, crypto, you're kind of in it to make money. And
Yep.
Pudgy is the kind of thing that I think you buy if you just like fuck with the art and like the culture and like
I agree.
it's more of like a passion rather than like I'm in it to get rich. You know?
I agree.
I think that's just the ethos of NFTs though, where it's about the community, it's about the experience.
Yeah.
We do got to wrap up soon. So
Yeah.
let's kind of give our final thoughts and then
Yeah,
we can head out of
100%.
everything,
All right, so us wrapping up, like what's your, if you want to say anything to anybody in crypto right now, like what's the one advice you want to give
One advice for someone in crypto.
right now, 2026? They just got on, they're starting from zero, they don't know what to do. What's your advice?
Don't give up. You're going to want to give up in crypto, man. Like, I've watched Bitcoin go from before it had a price to, I think, 128,000. I've watched it go from 20,000 down to 3,000 or 70,000 down to like the FTX crash of 12,000. Right? Crypto, in my opinion, is a game of survival where the number one rule is don't die.
Yep.
Right? Stay
Agreed.
alive, be defensive, and realize that like it's a market of really high highs where you think you're going to be the smartest person in the room and really low lows where you're going to wish you could get a refund on what you bought. That's just the reality.
It's
And
true.
I agree.
psychology weighs heavy, and so it's easy to beat yourself up. So survive, I guess, would be my key takeaway.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I think those are really good statements. I think crypto is just a game of staying in the market, and even when things get bad, it's not for everyone at the end of the day, but the people who have stayed, a significant amount of time, like, at least 5 years, everyone's done pretty well, so.
Got it. Well, with that being said, I ain't got nothing to say because I've said my advice in the last 4 episodes. With that being said, that's CoinTalk episode 5. Thank you, DefiDaddy, for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us, bro.
Also, plug your stuff. Like,
Thank you,
where should
Aaron.
people find you?
Yeah, plug everything, bro.
Yeah. DefiDaddy, that's my handle. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. No underscores, no nothing. I got the OG handles on all of them.
Fire.
I stream on TikTok when it's a bull market. Right now, I'm not. I'll admit I'm lacking. But I do post on Twitter pretty regularly. So,
Awesome.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Kendall
Always,
and Aaron.
man.
I appreciate it.
Always.
First time in
Awesome.
Miami. You guys are showing me doing it big.
Yeah.
I
Gotta do it.
appreciate it.
Got to do it, brother. Well, thank you for joining us, bro. And make sure to follow CoinTalk on all platforms. We
Yes,
out.
sir.